There's a magic trick that I avoided for years. Not because I thought it was too hard, I thought it wasn't my style. I never performed it. I had this one trick at my disposal, and I never used it. And boy, did I regret that. Here's the thing that magicians hate admitting, myself included. We don't hate tricks because they're bad. We hate them because they don't impress us. See, the problem with a lot of magicians, including the main problem that I had, was focusing on something that would impress us, or focusing on something we would enjoy seeing, not necessarily on our audience. The trick is, in reality, it's not hard at all. It's very simple. I never liked simple things. I thought that unless you could take something extremely visual or extremely cool, it wouldn't impress people. I've never liked self-working tricks. There's not a lot that has to go into it. I didn't like that. As well as the fact that I never liked trying to learn any types of mentalism tricks. With quote-unquote mind reading, it takes a lot of equivocate, a lot of reading of people, being able to read people's expressions, their emotions, all that. I didn't know how to do that. I never liked learning that, and because of that, it was extremely hard for me to even think of the idea of doing a mind reading trick. Every time I practice it, it was always for a relative or a friend. It's hard to explain, but it's very different performing for your family as opposed to a random person that you've never met. I had shown so many magic tricks to all of my family, so they knew a lot of the methods. They weren't easily fooled, and so because of that, I took that as this isn't a fooling trick. I thought to myself, why would I ever perform this? So I didn't perform it. I thought about it, and I thought about it, and I decided I was going to make myself a deal. If you guys ever made yourself a deal, it sounds like a silly thing, but I did that. I decided that I was going to try the trick. If you don't know me, I perform at a restaurant twice a week, and I decided I was going to pack the trick, I was going to go there, and I was going to perform it. And then I went, and I started performing it. I did the first performance, and I blew their minds. They clapped. One person walked away.
That's it, I'm getting out of here.
And I was like, okay, that was not what I was expecting. And then I did it again. And 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 I kept doing it. And I kept getting good reactions. And I was confused because this whole time, those negative thoughts were still like, but it's such a simple trick, but it doesn't look cool, but I've never liked mind reading tricks, blah, blah, blah. All of these different things. And then I started realizing the audience didn't care how simple it was. They didn't care that it was a mind reading trick. They didn't care that all it used was some sticky notes and a pen. They cared about the moment that it shocked them, and the reactions they were getting was because of the emotions that they were feeling by seeing how the trick went. And my perspective on it changed. I realized I had been judging the trick like a magician, not like a person. You can't take a trick and think that it will only be good if it takes a ton of skill. And that was it. I didn't hate the trick. I just hated that it forced me to think about how I viewed the tricks that I was doing, and that I really needed to focus on my audience and on what they wanted to see. Looking back, I was wrong. If you're a magician watching this, then there's likely a trick very similar to this that you've written off because you don't think it fits your style, you don't like how it is, how simple, how complicated, how little, how much skill, whatever. Take this as a lesson to try the trick. Give it a chance. Give it a real chance. I'm not saying go and perform it when you already think it's going to go bad. Completely write off anything that you think might happen and just go for it. Give it a chance. Try it on real people. Get real reactions. Keep trying it. Even if you do the first table and you get a bad reaction, just keep going. Try it and see how it goes. Because sometimes the trick that us as magicians hate the most is the ones that our audience love the most. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Hopefully you learned something that I learned. I had to learn. And that will be it for today's video. Thank you guys for watching. Of course, if you enjoyed, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. On the road to 500. Help us out to get there. And I'll see you guys in the next video.